Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today is just a little quick video about some books that I'm reading for book clubs that I'm a part of, and book clubs that I'm so excited to be a part of. I love everyone that's involved in these book clubs, and I just love the choices that these book clubs have made over the last few months. One of them is a new one, and I've only just begun to be a part of it, and I'm so excited. So I will start with the book that I'm currently reading for Simon & Mel's book club, Sykes and Savage book club, and that is Bone China by Laura Purcell. This is October's choice, and it's gothic, it's dark, it's a horror story, and I'm so there for it. I'm currently about 25 pages in, and I'm really loving it so far. This, on the front, says, so many books are hyped as being the next Jamaica Inn or the next Rebecca, but Bone China really is. And that's a quote from Natasha Pooley, the author of The Watchmaker of Filigree Street. I have not read that book, so yeah, I'll just have to go on what she says. And then at the bottom it says, Laura is a masterful writer, her deliciously gothic stories so skillfully woven that you can't get them out of your head even if you wanted to. And that's by Stacey Halls, author of The Familiars, another book I haven't read, unfortunately. But I'm just loving this so far. Consumption has ravaged Louise Pinecroft's family, leaving her and her father alone and heartbroken. But Dr. Pinecroft has plans for a revolutionary experiment. Convinced that sea air will prove to be the cure his wife and children needed, he arranges to house a group of prisoners suffering from the disease in the cliffs beneath his new Cornish home. While he devotes himself to his controversial medical trials, Louise finds herself increasingly discomfited by the strange tales her new maid tells her of the fairies that hunt the land, searching for those they can steal away to their realm. 40 years later, Hester Why arrives at Morveran House to take up a position as nurse to the now partially paralysed and almost entirely mute Miss Pinecroft. Hester has fled to Cornwall to try and escape her past, but surrounded by superstitious staff enacting bizarre rituals, she soon discovers that her new home may be just as dangerous as her last. I can't wait to get further into this, because I feel that this is going to be a roller coaster ride of spooky, atmospheric gothicness, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. So that's Bone China by Laura Purcell, and this is October's choice for Simon Savage and Melanie Sykes' book club. So the next book that is an October choice for a book club is a book club that I have just joined, and this is called Backlisted Book Club, and it's hosted by Julie over at the Hungry Bookworm. And I recently just hauled this book, and I'm so excited to get to it. I think the book club starts on the 5th of October, so Monday. At the time of filming, I'm filming this on the 3rd. It's Flowers in the Attic by Virginia Andrews. I'm so excited to get to this. And again, this front cover gives me David Bowie vibes for whatever reason. Just makes me think of David Bowie. Yeah. So, the 4 children had had such perfect lives until their father died. Their beautiful mother was left with no money, and they had to move out of their lovely home in the dead of night and into their grandparents' airless, lifeless attic. Their mother promised they would stay just long enough for her very wealthy, very sick father to leave her a fortune. But by the time he did, she'd forgotten all about how she'd adored her 4 children hidden away in the attic, cared for by a vengeful grandmother intent on cleansing the sin from these devil children. Days stretched into years of fearful captivity. In their desperate isolation, the teenagers, Kathy and Christopher, and their twin brother and sister were everything to each other. Their mother didn't seem to care about them anymore, but their own deep and abiding love was a solid strength until death came to part them. Flowers in the Attic is a truly memorable novel. It's one of my mum's favourites from when I was a kid, and I remember it being on her bookshelf. And it was this edition, not this exact edition, but the same edition that she had, and this is a UK first edition. It was printed in 1980. I'm so excited to have this in my collection and to be reading it as part of backlisted books. I'm just going to have that dark October vibe again. I love it. It's fabulous. So the third book that I'm reading for another book club is hashtag Christiefest, and the choice for October is A Murder is Announced, obviously by Agatha Christie. And this is the 50th time the Queen of Detection defies her readers. I've seen a stage adaptation of this. I have read this book before, but I will read it again. It's absolutely brilliant. With the outstanding detective story, sorry, I shall start that again. With this outstanding detective story, Agatha Christie celebrates her jubilee as a writer. For the 50th time, she leaves us breathless, with admiration for her incomparable adroitness and ingenuity. It is this fertile imagination that has won her unstinted and consistent praise throughout her career. Every Friday morning, to practically every house in the village of Chipping Cleghorn, a copy of the North Benham News and Chipping Cleghorn Gazette was delivered by Johnny Butt from Mr. Totman, stationer of the High Street. On Friday, October 29th, in the personal column, among the articles for sale or wanted and the frenzied appeals for domestic help, was the following singular announcement. A murder is announced and will take place on Friday, October 29th, at Little Paddocks at 6:30 p.m. Friends, please accept this, the only intimation. A joke, of course, probably perpetrated by Miss Blacklock's nephew Patrick, but nevertheless nothing would have deterred anyone who had the slightest excuse from calling on the owner of Little Paddocks at the appointed time. One by one, shortly after 6, they began to arrive. Colonel and Mrs. Easterbrook, Miss Hinchcliffe and Miss Murgatroyd, Miss Sweetenham and her son Edmund, Mrs. Harmon and Mrs. Harmon, the vicar's wife. Conversation was general. The chrysanthemums were admired, the central heating commented on. The only subject that was not mentioned was the newspaper announcement. Then, at 6:30 precisely, the lights went out. In this latest crime story, Miss Agatha Christie reintroduces Miss Marple, that benign old lady with a mind like a gimlet. Once more, a murder is announced for the benefit and enjoyment of countless readers, and we, on our part, on this happy occasion, sound a fanfare. And I just love it. This edition is one of the facsimiles, so this is how the first edition appeared in, when was it first published? 1950. So yeah, I'm so excited to get to all 3 of these books. Like I say, I'm currently reading Bone China by Laura Purcell, and I'm absolutely loving the sort of gothic vibe that it's giving me. And yeah, I'm dead excited. So, I will link these book clubs down below. Please do take part, because book clubs are fun. You get to talk to new people. You get to read new books that you would never have read before. If your attention hadn't been drawn to them through the enthusiasm and the love for these books that other people have. So yeah, I'm blethering on again. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.